In this lecture, we're going to learn how to build a new augmented reality app in Xcode and put the Reality Composer scene into the app. That way we can test the scene on a real device. So join me in Xcode and we're going to create a new Xcode project. The platform will be iOS and the application type will be Augmented Reality App. This will create for us a template for an AR app, so we won't have to make everything from scratch. It's just for us to create the app faster. Now, we don't need to select that it's a framework or library, just the app. Then press Next and give your product a name. I am going to call this my Hello World and Reality Composer. Then you can also add here your organization identifier. And the interface should be Swift UI and the language Swift. The content technology should be Reality Kit. Press the Next button in the bottom right-hand corner and then select a location where you're going to save the app. Then press the Create in the bottom right-hand corner and a new Xcode application will be created for you. And this includes a template for an augmented reality app. You can hide some sidebars if you don't need to see them. Let's take a look at this template. At the top, we have the top level app, which contains information about the app. You want to make sure that the deployment info is for iOS 15, and your device should also have iOS 15. For signing and capabilities, you should ensure here that you have a team selected. Next, we have the file app Delegate. This is a class that contains a function for the application. It is going to create the Swift UI view to hold the window contents and initialize the window. It has some functions to handle potential events. Then we have the content view itself, which has a content view struct and an AR view struct. By default, we just have a box being loaded from the experience reality file. So this is just going to show a box in your 3D world. You then have an experience file, which is similar to what we created in Reality Composer. So you can actually open this in Reality Composer and edit it. And you see it just has this cube because that's the only thing that's added to a default AR app. We're actually going to replace this file with our own experience file because this experience file is actually just a Reality Composer file. We then have assets and also preview content. So let's go ahead and delete this experience file. So you can just move it to trash, and then we're going to drag in our Reality Composer file that we created together called Hello World. So just drag the RC project, Reality Composer project, from your Finder right here into Xcode. Now, when you're adding these files, make sure here that you create folder references and that you add the file to the correct target, which should be your app name. Then press Finish in the bottom right-hand corner, and you'll see your Reality Composer scene now is inside of the Xcode project. Okay, so it's right here. Now, this does mean we now have to change our content view because our content view here in the function MakeUI you'll now get this error that it cannot find experience in the scope because this experience is actually the Reality Composer file. But not to worry, all we have to do is just remove this line that creates the box, and instead we'll instantiate our own scene. So we'll create an anchor and we'll try to load our scene, which was called Hello World, and we'll call its function load scene. Okay, then instead of passing in a box anchor to our scene, we pass in just the anchor. So this is our scene that we created together with the sun. All right, and that is all that we need. So now we can already test this project in our device. So you want to make sure that you connect your device to your computer via some kind of cable. I'll do that now. Then your device will appear in the list at the top here where you can see my Mac. Then you should choose your iOS device. You'll see its name appear here. So that is the name of my device. And then you can run the project on the device. So you can't run it on a simulator. You have to have an iPhone or an iPad, some device that can run augmented reality. Then you can press the Run button in the top left-hand corner. It just looks like a play button. And the app will launch on your phone. Now, this can take a bit of time to load the first time, so just be patient. And of course, you have to make sure that you do indeed have an account selected under signing and capabilities. So that does it for this project. Now you know how to use the Reality Composer app and connect it to Xcode. Feel free to experiment with the Reality Composer some more and make more complicated scenes with more behaviors. If you want to learn more iOS development, then pledge to our Kickstarter, the Complete 22 Web Development and Machine Learning Bundle, which also has a lot of app development content. And it is live now, link in description.